Dear children, welcome to History third chapter, The Impact of British Rule in India. Dear children, this year from this chapter we learn only administrative, judicial system and modern education, whereas land tax policies and laws during British rule or the constitutional development during British rule have been dropped. The Britishers, in order to bring whole India under their control, they used the situation by implementing divide and rule policy. By this, many Indian rulers came under the control of the British. Not only that, in order to achieve complete domination, they brought war and negotiation methods. As we know, India was scattered into many kingdoms, and there was no chance of one nation concept. But the British thought of bringing whole India under one administrative and political structure. Therefore, their various laws towards education, judiciary, land taxes, trade, and agriculture had brought a new structure in India. But don't forget that one side, one nation, one law theory, and the other side was making money. So, in order to achieve one nation concept, the British introduced various administrative experiments in India. First one is civil services. So far, employees were appointed by the East India Company. By this, the job given or employers made money, and there was a lot of corruption. So, to control this, the government of England brought Regulating Act in 1773 in India. Connected to this, in 1800 CE, Lord Cornwallis opened Fort William College in Calcutta for the benefits of the people who were interested to join civil services. Since this was opposed by the East India Company, all the appointments till 1853 CE were done by the directors. From 1853 CE onwards, the appointments for the civil services were done through competitive examinations. But this did not benefit the Indians because the British did not trust in the efficiency of the Indians. The judicial system. Here, some changes had taken place. After the Battle of Buxar, dual administration came into effect in Bengal. Under this, opportunities were given to Indians. Later on, the British thought of bringing more centralized judicial system in India. From the British overtook the authority of the Mughal and established their supreme power in India. In 1772 CE, two types of courts were established by Warren Hastings in each district. One, a Diwani Adalat, two, a Fauzdari Adalat. A Diwani Adalat is a civil court. A Fauzdari Adalat is a criminal court. In these civil courts, Hindus were dispensed justice as per the Hindu scriptures and the Muslims as per the Shariat. Slowly, the British legal procedures were introduced in the criminal courts. Civil courts came under the administration of European officers. Next is police systems. Lord Cornwallis implemented the efficient police system in India for the first time. He created the new post of Superintendent of Police, that is, we call SP. He divided a district into many stations and put every station under a kotwal, that is, a police officer. Similarly, he put every village under the care of Chowkidar. Kotwal was made accountable for thefts, crimes, and other law violations at a village level. The system of appointing British magistrates, means a civil service officer acting as a judge in lower court, started in 1781 CE. All the police officers were under the control of magistrates. In 1861 CE, the police law was implemented. Indians were not appointed for the post of officers. In 1902 CE, the Police Commission law allowed the appointment of suitable educational qualification for the post of police officers, but still injustice was done to Indians. Military system. Military was the base for the administration. Here the British appointed the Indians for the military, and with their help, the entire India was brought under their control. But the officers in the British army were the British. The Indians could reach the rank of Subedar, and most of the Indians were coolies soldiers. The military system was redesigned according to the recommendations of Peel in the year 1857 CE. The modern education system. Traditional education, which was there in India, slowly had taken changes during the British rule during 18th century. Warren Hastings facilitated the expansion of the modern education in India. In 1781 CE, he started Calcutta Madrasa. Jonathan Duncan, a British, started Sanskrit College in Banaras in 1792 CE, and Charles Grant forced for the universalization of British education in India. When William Bentinck became the Governor General of India in 1828, gave a special support for the expansion of the British education in India. He appointed Macaulay as the chairperson of the Executive Committee on Education. Macaulay submitted a report on education in 1835 that became a base of the modern education in India. In his policy, he aimed at the creation of a new class of Indians who are Indian by body but British in intelligence, opinion, and taste. Real learning in English medium started after 1830s. The Governor General Lord Dalhousie established universities in Calcutta, Bombay, and Madras as per the suggestions of Charles Wood's Commission in 1854. After this, the education in India became universal. English education for all. Let us know the impact or the effect of British education in India. 1. Indians could develop modernity, secularism, democratic attitudes, and rationality along with rationalistic ideals. 2. Impetus or encouragement was received for the local literature and languages. This facilitated unity in thinking process among the educational class. 3. Periodicals or the regular newspapers were started, and these newspapers analyzed or discussed the policies and work of the British government, and that helped the Indians to have proper opinions on various issues. 4. New social and religious reformation movement emerged or took birth. Fifth, the thoughts of great thinkers like J.S. Mill, Rousseau, and Montesquieu made the Indians youths to think freshly. 6. The freedom movement which were taking place across the world influenced the Indians also. 7. Indians could understand and appreciate their rich traditions. Like this, the British education system created a new generation of Indians with a progressive attitude. With this, we end this lesson. Thank you, children. Have a good time.